Hello, everyone. Today, I think I'm going to work a little bit more on the terrain again. I want to try to get this terrain to look like it goes, for all intents and purposes, forever, but it won't really go forever. So I'm kind of thinking like a Minecraft kind of thing, but I don't know. I think my finished game will probably have more of a finite world, but I just want to kind of see if I can get this infinite terrain thing kind of working in some degree or another, because I think that'll help me build the rest of the world with excuse me, help me build the rest of the world, but with a lot less work, or with a lot more upfront brain power, I should say. So let me go back here. I want to disable the gamepad for now because I'm not going to be using it. Alright, so everything's weird, and I got this weird bug here where the skybox is freaking out. And I have a theory of what that is, and it might be a pretty big fix, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. So let me draw this out because I have this kind of idea what I want to do with the terrain, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go down. So let me try to visualize it on a 2D surface for now and see if it helps kind of solidify the path that I want to take. So new image, doesn't matter what size. Make this easy. Let me put a grid here and configure the grid to be 32 by 32. That's already done. Okay. So my idea is, for now, I'm going to have, right now the terrain's 256 by 256. And so what I'm going to do is, let me draw that out. So each one of these squares will be 32. So yeah, let's start here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's, let me double check my math here. 256 divided by 8 is, yeah, 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back to here. And there. So that's the perimeter. Can't say that word. This sounds funny to me for some reason. All right, so that's the outline of my terrain. And so, how did this? Okay, this is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay. What? I messed it up again. I don't know why, but my lines just feel like they have to be perfect for me. There we go. Okay. As I was saying, that is the perimeter of my terrain. So if I were to, let's see. So if I make the center here a little box. Okay, so this is my plan. I'm not sure if this is going to work. But everything, so the player is going to always be walking within this little quad here. When he walks outside, everything's going to shift over. And so everything in here, actually probably, so that's the collision zone here. Let me do like a lighter pink here. Oops, not that. All right, so everything here will be rendered at a highest detail. And then here we'll probably do like a for that. Okay, so the player's going to always walk in here. When he steps out of this red line, when he basically, because each one of these will be a 32 by 32 little mini terrain. When he crosses this mini terrain line, everything's going to shift over, so then the player will then be back here. Well, he'll still be over here, but the terrain will make it look like he's back here. And then, so yeah, this will be, these two will probably be the same level of detail. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do 4 levels of detail or something. Save the vertices. Oh, okay, I don't know. Let me save this for now. Terrain model. I doubt I'll ever come back to that, but we'll see. So let me see what I want to do. What I want to do first is probably shrink the size of the terrain for now. Because right now the terrain is 256. And I'm going to make it so all the terrains have to be square. So instead of having a width and height, I'm just going to have 1 for the size. Oops. And then 2D height map. I might flatten that out later. I don't know if that's going to be more performant or not. So let's see. Okay, that should be the only place I was using that. No, you lied to me. All right, so nothing broke there. Excuse me. Oops. So I feel like instead of doing these two, I should just set it here. So right now I'm just going to put 32. That's going to break all kinds of stuff. Actually, no, let me... Okay, this is too much stuff to change for me to accomplish anything productive, so I'm going to change it there. Okay, and that breaks probably because something's definitely going out of bounds. I just got to figure out the map. What's that? Yeah, I and J. Okay, yeah, because I got size way. That makes sense. J divided by div times. Why is that going? Oh, that's making div. Yeah, so I think I can't do 8. Can I do 7? Nope. What about 6? There it goes. And there's my tiny, tiny terrain, which means I don't have to offset it so much. So that's going to be, so it's always half now, right? 16. And it still works. That's fine. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I need to scale that down a lot. That's gonna be done. Oops. Gonna be done way up here, I believe. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. I probably need it to some degree. Yeah, now it's completely flat, so it's probably probably should pass that in here so I could customize it, but I'm just gonna hard code it again for now and say that it's, so it was multiply by 100 minus 50 for 256. So I don't know, let's just try 10 and adjust from there. That's fine for now. That's not, I lied. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back. Feels like it's being twitchy when I'm off the thing. It's okay. Okay, so let me think about this. What? Here. You learned some JavaScript already? All right. Excuse me, I'm having some kind of phlegm issue. Yeah, there is a lot of terms to learn in any sort of computer programming language. But, I mean, it literally is like learning a language, so I guess there's a lot of memorization regardless. So I'm thinking, since the terrains are smaller now, I'm going to let's try to make an array of terrains. It's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, then I need to make a pointer to a terrain that is, I'll call it center terrain. That's going to be the terrain that the player is currently walking on. Center terrain. Yes, oh, there we go. So that doesn't need to be an address anymore. And that probably broke more stuff, but it's okay, we'll get through it. So this should also be center terrain. Yeah, that should stay there. Must have a class. Oh, that's it. There we go. Left of position must have a class struct or union. Oh yeah, stupid, same thing. Okay, so the height map here, I actually, wait, no, that's for each terrain. Jeez. No, so that's right, but I actually want this to happen once for every array. So, I mean, every terrain, that's 4 times, so. Let's do this. Let's make a constant here. Total terrains. No equals this time. 4. Okay, so I'm going to loop through all of this stuff. Yeah, I should really clean that up too, to be honest. Wait, I need to do that too. So okay, so all of this stuff I have to do once for every terrain that I got. So this from there to where I lost it. Here, there we go. All right, so now this is all gonna go back to what I had before. Terrain at I. No wait, I can't use I. Can't use that. So let's probably can't use T. I'm gonna say ter. So the terrain at ter dot size equal to that T width. And what else? So terrain at ter. Copy that. Like, yeah, definitely should have cleaned this up first. Okay, this is a bad idea. This is, oh man, I still got a long way to go. Okay. Okay, what did that do? Actually, I have less errors now. Oh, left out an N somehow. Whoops. I am missing... what now? I'm missing a closing parenthesis before the identifier N. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh no, this is going to be center terrain. Then I don't need the address. Okay, there we go. Does it still work though? No, of course not. Oh yeah, I never set what center terrain is. That's obvious. So after all of this, state center terrain is equal to the address of state terrain at 0. So it's not technically accurate, but it's fine. Okay, so there we go. And I'm not rendering 4 terrains because, let me figure out how these is gonna go. So, so I believe it's gonna be J times 32. I times 32. No, wait, it's only one counter though. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so forget what I said. Ter times 32. You know, I can't think about it right now. I'm just going to put them all in one line. That's going to one line exposition. Okay, so that's the repositioning. Okay, so I'm still only rendering one of them. That's here in rendered game. So I need a... Oops, what am I doing? Okay, so now I'm going to render all of them, and let's see. There we go. I really feel like they should be lining up perfectly, though. Oh, wait. Wait. Maybe. Times 31. Yeah, there's like a gap. Let me see if I can figure this out. So let's just say, for the sake of simplicity, that the terrain is only 4 by 4. Should we just use GIMP? Oops. All right, perfect. Okay, so when I'm rendering the vertices, I'm actually only going 3. So 1, 2. So the width. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. So the width is actually 1 less because. So this is like say it's 1 by, or these were only 1. It's 1, 2, 3, even though there's 4 vertices per column. So that would explain the gap there. So that should definitely go back to 32. And I gotta figure out how to fill in these gaps with an extra vertex. So I think what I should do is not do -1 with the elements here, or with this. And loop it back around. So I've got to figure out if there's probably an easy way to do this. Let me do it the most inefficient way, but the least amount of typing. So all of these are getting put in parentheses. And we're going to do a modulo with the t width. All right, how does that fancy you? Whoa, it broke it completely. That does not fancy you at all. Oh no. Why did that happen? Yeah, I definitely had that all wrong. Which is weird, because if I run it without that... Yeah, okay, so here I'm getting some problems. If I don't... Alright, let me put this back here. Yeah, so when I do that, it looks like it would perfectly fit if I had one more square's worth of terrain to render there. Because that's not... Okay, well, one thing I can do is I can definitely clean this up. So, let me see. Put all of this stuff out of here. So right, low, left, low, left. Left, right, that, low, low, left, high and high right. All right, so essentially I'm just going to do this every time, but to prevent the array from going out of bounds, I'm going to just mod everything. So Alright, so I'm going to make some unsigned 32, and so this will be the top index. So the one above, or actually I'll call it up index UI. And so that is the, oh, so that's just I minus 1. But then that I need to mod by the T height, or T width. Doesn't matter, they're the same thing. They're always going to be the same thing for now. All right, that's the upper index. Let me just copy this. This will be the down index, left and right. So the down index is just this +1, -1, +1, and then these will be J. And so this is the left index and then the right index. And so that's right index. That's also right index. Oh wait, I think I had that wrong. Yeah, it's left index. Left index. And that's right index. That is the up index. You too, you're an up index. You're a down index. Same for you. Okay, and then no matter what, I'm just going to do this with all of them. I think that's all I need. So if I do that, oh, and then also, since these can be negative, I should change these to signed. Oops. Syntax error. Okay, that didn't fix anything, but didn't break anything either, so that's a success. The lighting on the hill still looks kind of legit, so cool. Saved me a few lines of code there. Whether it's more optimal or not, that's to be determined. All right, so I really got to figure out this thing here. So I'm really only rendering 2. So what I want to do is render one more over in both dimensions. And then using these, or no, yeah, using this and this. Oh, okay, I see what the problem was earlier, I think. I don't know. Hold on, so let me go ahead and, no, that's not gonna work. Hold on, okay, I kind of regret that I deleted that picture now. So let me put GIMP back in the menu. there. Okay, so I want to, so right now I'm only rendering the inside ones, but I need to go one more dimension over. So yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Make those full sized, and then, so that causes problems down here, but that makes sense because I'm trying to access vertices that aren't there. Yeah, in fact, they're all, yeah, if you look underneath, they're all jacked up, which is what you would expect. So I need to figure out how when I'm on the end. Okay, so I gotta do a special condition here, I think. So if I is equal to, I'll just start with j. J is equal to t width minus 1. So if it's at the very end. Else if I is equal to t height minus 1. So we're in the bottom row, and then else there we go. What the heck? Stop trying to put code for me. I'll type the code, thank you. All right, so once we do that, all right, so it's gonna technically have more elements, but they're not gonna all get set. Okay, so I get the same thing I did before without the weird artifacts underneath, which is fine, which is what I wanted. So now if I figure out what goes in here, I should be able to close these gaps in a natural way, I think. So, okay, so 0, no, so this is, let's make that a lot smaller, a little too small. Okay, so the first element is I times the width. So in this case, the width is 4, so the I is 0. 0 times 4 is 0, plus the width, which is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus j, which is 0. So that makes sense perfectly fine right there. Then we get that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So that makes one quad. Then we do the same. So then here, that's where the problem is. So if j is equal to I times height, what I want to do is, oh wait, it's impossible because there is no vertex over here. What am I thinking? But it should line up though, shouldn't it? Or am I crazy? If I were to change this back to 31, I mean, yeah, it's like I'm missing a puzzle piece here. Should be more smooth. Yeah, I don't know if I could do this actually. I'd have to treat it like a whole new. I don't know. Okay, you know, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to try to figure that out at some other point. But now I'm going to try to put the terrain in a grid. So instead of in a row, well, now they're all just going to be in the same spot. But yeah, instead of in a row, I'm going to try to put 4 in a square pattern. So I times 32. Oops. Minus 32, but then j is going to be, or no, so actually I have that backwards. Oh no, it's not I, it's ter. Ter times, wait, this isn't going to work either. I'm going to have to make these before. Okay, I got a lot of hard-coded garbage in here. I need to really go through and clean some of this stuff up. Alright, so now... Okay, so I was just lost in thought here. So we're gonna say, yeah, tx, ty. After I put that, we're gonna put tx plus equals 32. And then we're gonna check if tx is equal to, wait, so it starts at negative 32, then goes to 0. So yeah, if it's equal to 0. That's right. Where do I want to go? No, next one. Okay, let's try that. Uh-oh. Oops. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Tx plus equals 32. So it starts at negative. Oh, that's supposed to be negative 32. Why is it on? Hold on, so I'm starting at negative 32. Negative 32. I want to draw that one. Move over 32, draw that one. Oh no, tx should equal negative 32. Back to the beginning. What's going on here? Okay, so what if I just put them all in the middle? I mean, all right where I say. Should be. Okay, that's the problem. That's what's going on. So when I say this is negative 32, why is it not doing that? Let me just see if I put 0. So I put them all at 0. They should just be right where the guy is at the corner. Yeah. And then if I subtract 32 of the z, it should just shift one whole section up. Yeah, so why is it not working before? Yeah, that's what I should expect. And then it disappears. What? What's going on? Oh, it's unsigned. Jeez. Okay. Oh my goodness. That is like the 5th time that has happened during this project. There it is. Oh my goodness. So then if I put this back, I should get that quad that I was expecting. There we go. Okay, so I really wish they all lined up, but I'm going to get that next time. For sure, for sure. Okay, so then... So what I don't want to do is use the same... what do you call it? Seed each time. Just set that to 1. So nothing should change there. There. But now... Okay, so now they all have different, completely different terrains, but that's not at all what I intended to do, actually. Let me do that, and I want to actually update. So what I need to do is when I make this noise, so what I should do is actually provide it to the noise that I'm making the terrain with. Because I don't need to regenerate this each time. Let me do that. Instead of the seed, I'm going to take in a pointer. So if I have a problem with my code, how do I find it since I have hundreds of lines? That's a really good question, and everybody has their own strategies. But my go-to is using the debugger. So there's, if I click over here on the left, I can put a breakpoint, and that means if I run it in debug mode, the code stops right there. And so the program's kind of running, but it's just frozen at that point. And then I can look over here and see what the value of all my variables are. And that helps out a lot. So like if I know that something is supposed to be a specific value and it's way off, that gives me a big clue as to where the problem might be. So I hope that helps. Yeah, okay, so I was gonna provide the noise. So if I take this out of here, down here, okay, so I'm going to generate my noise there and then pass that in here. Ooh, no. Oh, I took the wrong thing. Put that back to 1. Oh, it's doing this thing. Okay, so I think I always forget if I can do this. 32 pointer. But I want the address of noise 0, 0. That should work, right? Well, it gets the compiler, but then it doesn't work here. Yeah, so it's not happy with the noise parameter. So what if I tried this here? Times 256 plus j. Okay, so I just changed that from 2-dimensional array to a 1-dimensional array, and let's see if we put all this back to the way it was. How does that now work? Okay, it compiles and it works. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so I'm back to all 4 of them being the same exact terrain. But that's okay. So what I wanted to do instead was put a different twist on this. Okay, so I'm providing the noise, which is a much larger array. Hi Phantom, I'm trying to make a 3D video game right now, and it's kicking my butt, but I'm having fun. What's the game about? Honestly, I haven't gotten that far. Let me get it in a working state. Well, actually, it's kind of working now. So I'm just trying to make the terrain right now, and it's kind of a mess, but I got a guy that can run around and jump. And that's about it. So as far as any specifics to the game, I haven't got there yet. Okay, so I'm taking in this txty. This is going to be an offset for this here. Plus tx. Wait. What games do I play? My favorite game of all time is Portal. So I like games that make you think, games that make you feel smart, things like that. I forgot what I was doing. TX. So I wanted to, I have this 2D array. Well, it's not really a 2D array anymore. It's just a 1D array. So I need to treat it like a 2D array though. These. I hope so. Thank you for the optimism. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to like add something to all of this here. This is gonna crash, I guarantee it. Oh my goodness, it didn't crash. That just... Wait, so what's going on? So I think it's just got 4 different terrains at different elevations. I don't know, I really gotta think about this. I thought I was more prepared to deal with this than I really am. I gotta study up. Yeah, let me undo all this. Okay, so back to the same quadrant of identical terrains. Still can walk around them, no problem. Whoa. There it goes. Yeah, it's clearly not right. It's not supposed to be that jagged. I don't know what's going on. See, I think I got to go back to what I was doing earlier and try to figure out why, or figure out how to add this extra row and column here without going out of bounds in this, or wait. Oh wait, so maybe I just need to add a whole nother vertex. Let's see if I do. Hold on. So t-vert size width. What if I add one more there? That's gonna go out of bounds. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, okay, so the height map is, oops, oh no. So this would also have to be bigger too, but then okay, I got an idea. J equals JJ mod T width. Alright. Was that the dumbest idea ever, or yeah, it was pretty dumb. Clearly did not do what I wanted it to do. That's too big. Okay, yeah, let me undo that. Let's do all this plus 1. I don't know. I'm getting tired. Okay, it's one of those days where you do a lot of typing, but not a lot of productivity happens. But it's okay. It happens. Just I gotta really think about how the terrain is supposed to go, and it's trying to improvise, and it failed. But let me see. Let me take a look at my to-do list. Let me try to prioritize some things. So. Okay, so I want to put that at the top. I want to get that for sure. Instance running, I'm going to put that at the top too. I feel like that's going to be really easy. Of course, that's going to be some last words. Mouse picking, whoops. Whoa, stop. Okay, so mouse picking will be fine. So yeah, I'll probably do that and then just shadows, because I definitely need some shadows in this. It looks so desolate without. And import fonts, that I don't care about that. I'd rather improve the lighting before that. Bug fix. I need to fix the I don't know, how would you describe this bug here? With the lightning effect on the skybox. Fix skybox twitching. There we go. Optimization. Clean up everything. That's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day. Let me save what I got, even though there wasn't much productivity going on, but it's all right. Add everything, commit. Nothing really changed. Well, nah, that's not really true. I cleaned up the normal generation of the terrain. Let me just say terrain work. Push. Okay, so while that's saving, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you have a good evening or day or whatever time it is in your part of the world. And enjoy. Thank you.